I want to look into the book of Mark, and I want to deal with a particular subject today that I believe that will probably make you think, but at the same time, it probably will sound like an oxymoron. But I believe it's befitting what we all deal with every day. After studying the word for so many years, I realized that I don't know nothing. Really, the little I do know, I don't think it's a teaspoon worth of coffee. But if you just trust that teaspoon, I think you can at least get around the bend. For Mark chapter 5, I want to look at verse 22, and I'm going to read a little bit, and then after that, I'm going to give you a couple of points, and we're going home. Amen? Verse 22, and behold, there cometh one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus, that's J, by name. And when he saw him, he fell at his feet and besought him greatly, saying, my little daughter lied at the point of death. And I pray thee, I beg thee, plead with you, come and lay thy hands on her, that she may be healed, and she shall live. And Jesus went with them, and much people followed him and thronged him. And a no-name woman. Somebody shout a no-name woman. And a no-name woman, which had an issue of blood for 12 years, had suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing better. But rather, look at somebody, but rather, God words. Can I preach to you for a few minutes? Enough? Come on. Set it up, Papa. Is enough. Come on, set it up. Look at somebody, say enough? Is enough. Now, to understand Mark writings, you have to understand a little biblical, theological type of settings. Mark is known for what we call intercalation or inculation writings. If you notice, Mark start off with one story, but he sandwiched another in the story. Yeah. He starts off, he grabs your attention about Jairus. But as he goes, he points to this woman. Yeah. Now, sometimes when a person writes this type of literature, some stories have a lot of meaning that helps strengthen the subject matter. So whatever they was teaching, he might have thrown these stories in to help build more of a base for you. Because really the substratum of your life is not all the things you got. The substratum of your life is your faith. The things you have may be a result of your faith. It might be a result of your good works. Nobody knows that but you. Some things you have because of good credit. Some people got it because they had no credit. But the stories sort of give you indications about a woman, and I want to zero in on her because her life didn't get any better. Didn't matter what she did, it didn't get any better. Right. So the first thing I want to bring your attention to is God giving us revelation and understanding so we will be able to comprehend, to know what is God saying to us in this season of our life. And even though we're going through some things and we're challenged with some things, we just need to know where we are in the scheme of life. Yeah. And my prayer is this morning that this message will help you find truth so you can be free. Amen. Many of us feel we are capped. In other words, we can't go no further. And I was asking the Lord about this message when he gave it to me because I had 3 or 4 more, but he said this was a particular thought I want to have transmitted this morning to my people for a reason. Because I don't want them to think they're failing. All right. I just want them to know, even though things was getting worse, I still got a plan for you.
All right.
Every once in a while in life, you're going to run across a spot in your life called blind spots, where all the information about God you know may not be helping you.
Okay. Okay.
There may come a time that you may wonder why God ain't talking to you. We call them dry seasons.
Yeah.
Well, when you talk, God don't talk. God spoke to Abraham and told him what he was going to do. 15 years later, there was a 15-year dry spell between Abraham and God. Some of you all get a 15-minute dry spell and you lose it. What would you do if God wouldn't speak for the next 15 years of your life? If you study the book of Genesis, God never spoke to Adam another day after he kicked him out of the garden. When he spoke again, he spoke to Cain.
Yeah.
Not to the one that was good, he spoke to the crook. Because
Yeah.
after Cain messed up, after Adam messed up, you'll notice that the next voice of God was speaking to his son who killed his brother. That's because you've done wrong. I mean, God can't talk to you. The reason why most of us can't hear God because you don't believe the lie of somebody else. God ain't talking to you. You're too messed up. No, he ain't talking to them. They too messed up because they don't know they messed up. But if you look at the story, the Bible said that she had no name. Tell somebody, nobody don't know me. It's amazing you talking about me and like I don't exist. See, Mark had a way of disguising himself, so I guess he hid everybody else.
Yeah.
But he exposed Jairus.
Yeah.
Called Jairus by name, but he said a sighting woman. I know he knew her name, but he didn't tell it. Every once in a while, God may not let your name be in bright lights. Can you handle it if they don't call your name?
Okay.
See, sometimes it's our name that gets us in trouble. Because we feel like we've earned the right for somebody to call our name. If I say a certain one of y'all get up here, who he talking about? And even I point at you, my name's so-and-so.
Yeah.
Couldn't handle it. Because our egos won't let it happen. So the first thing we see, nobody knew her. Second thing, she was sick. Somebody say sick. But she wasn't just sick. She was sick for 12 years. Somebody say 12 years. That's enough. How many of y'all say it's enough? 12 years. I've been going through this situation. Enough. Now, you ain't saying like you mean to say. When you really get tired, ain't nobody got to tell you nothing. See, most of us ain't tired yet. But 12 years of this blood problem, of this sickness, long time. Now, I ain't got one of them, ladies. But you all know after them few days, you ready to go. But hers didn't stop. Now, according to Greek translation, hers was a continual flux. To me, I don't understand that. I don't know how a person could live with that type of flow for 12 years unless it was just on and off. But if it was something that was happening all the time, how could you live with that type of flux? Right. Losing blood, losing the life. The blood is the life of us. So she was losing life the whole time. Many of us are going through situations and it seems like we're losing life. Yeah. But I got news for you. What you're losing might be pulling life towards you. All right. Every once in a while, God will allow things to happen in your life so he can introduce himself to that situation in your life. Okay. So then we look at the story and then she had what we call inside pain. That means that the sickness that she was going through created something on the inside of her that was causing pain. All right. That's a different type of pain. Then there was another pain that she was feeling because now she had what we call outside pain. Because now she's dealing with people looking at her a certain way, or else she knowing that she could not be a part of people because now, based upon the law that was put in place, she was not permitted to come 300 yards near the city because she was considered to be unclean. What it would be like for 12 years, nobody would talk to you. What it would be like for 12 years to wear a bloody rag every day of your life, you get up and you're losing blood. You're hurting on the inside and you're hurting on the outside. Emotionally, you toe up. Everything in you just ripped from top to bottom. People looking at you crazy. And you're wondering if anybody can touch me. Will anybody take a little time out just to reach out and touch me? But because of the law that was put in place, she wasn't permitted to be touched. And the only way she could even be put back in the community, she had to go to the high priest. And it don't say nowhere she went looking for the priest. All I know was this particular day, she was sometimes you can be in the right place. Somebody say you can just be in the right place. See, that's why it ain't good to give up. Because you've been going through a long time. That's why it ain't right to get around people who write people off too quick. That's why it ain't good to be around people who always got stones in their hand. Because if you're going to have a just weight, you can't use a stone. Most of us, the reason why you don't weigh things right, because you got a stone in your hand. Stone is judgment. That means that you judge the situation too fast. So now she got this 12-year problem. She got a pain inside, outside. And then here's another thing. She broke. But she wasn't always broke. Oh, my God. Can I preach right there? I said she wasn't always broke. Bible says a woman had the issue of blood for 12 years. Stay with me, baby. Wake up back. I need you to get fast. Wish she had heard of Jesus. She came in. No. I want to go on back where she spent all of the money. 26, baby. She suffered many things of many physicians and has spent all. Somebody say all. But she wasn't broke. 12 years, you ain't got no more money. None of us can live 12 years without a job. Let me just contell that right there. It's very few of us today could not work for the next 12 years and make it. So let's don't write her off, because apparently she was a well-to-do woman. But every once in a while, being well-to-do ain't got nothing to do with sickness. Sickness don't have a respect of person. It don't matter who you are, sickness can ease its way to your body. So when it eased away into her life, apparently all she had was her money and what she was hearing. And so now we're looking at she broke, mentally torn, physically messed up. Nothing is better. But rather, the scripture says, somebody say rather. But rather, my situation got worse. Anybody know where I'm at? You've been praying and you've been fasting and you've been asking God, but ain't nothing getting better. Holler at your boy, because you know I know you. I say, holler at your boy. You know I know you're sitting out there. It ain't like you ain't trying, but it ain't getting no better. And I was asking God about this story because it interested me so much after Mark decided to sandwich it within the script. I wanted to know why he slipped this in there. Why he wanted us to read this. What was the reason behind him easing this little particular story with Jairus? Because Jairus would have been enough for me. Because Jairus' daughter was at the point of death. And if it wouldn't have been for Jairus, she wouldn't have met Jesus. Y'all better preach with me right here. You better stop talking about people, because you don't know how you met Jesus. You don't know who is the reason Jesus came into your life. Because he might have got to you getting to somebody else. So a lot of times we give testimony, but we never give testimonies about people that help us get to Jesus. We always give testimony about how you got to Jesus. But you never want to give nobody else no credit. It's like we want to look good without anybody else. But can I tell you, you looking good by yourself, you don't look good at all. It ain't nothing in my life that I want to be able to say that I do not have names to bring along with all of my success in life. So when I look back over my life, I want to be able to call names like Michael Waldron. I want to be able to call names like Anthony Jones. I want to call names like Brother Peak. And I want to call names like a Linda Davis and a Yvette Merrick and a Kevin Merrick and a Violet Rivers and all the people that when God called me, he sent them. Because you can't do this by yourself. And some of you all ought to be giving thanks this morning for people that came your way, that took a little time out to get a hold of Jesus and walked in your direction. Because if Jehovah would have been selfish, he'd have turned around and said, Jesus, get away from that woman. She ain't filthy. She filthy. She ain't got no business talking to you. First of all, she a woman. Come on, my baby. See, some of us will be worried about our problem.
Okay.
Some of us worried about our problem. You would have told Jesus, look at here. My daughter about to die. You need to leave this woman alone and come on here. But when you serve a God that is almighty and all-powerful, and he's able to deal with more than one situation at a time, even though Larry's daughter was sick, but the power to heal was present, so it really didn't matter how long Jesus took. Because when it came to Lazarus, Jesus said, look at here, they sent for me, but we're going to stay 2 days. Because what I need to stay for, not for the fact that I'm staying because I'm being mean. I'm staying because God's glory wants to be manifested in that situation. Every once in a while, God will hold back a little stuff so he can show his glory in your life. In other words, your testimony had to be God. In other words, if it had not been for the Lord, I wouldn't have made it. Come on, talk to me up in here. I said, had not been for the Lord, I wouldn't have made it through my situation. The Bible said that she didn't get no better. And verse 27, and when she heard it was Jesus, somebody say, heard it was Jesus. The Bible said that she came in the crowd. When she heard it was Jesus, she stepped out of a place where she was told to stay. You ever been told to stay in a place because of a situation? But when you're desperate, I say, but when you're desperate, but when you know that you need help, every once in a while you got to step out of what everybody else trying to keep you in. Sometimes people are trying to keep you down because they don't make them look good. Every once in a while people are trying to hold you down because their testimony don't sound good as when you giving yours. But the Bible says she decided to step out. Now, first of all, you got to understand this is during the first century Jews. They knew that if they saw her, they were going to kill her anyway. But when you at the point where you know you're going to die, what do you have to lose anyway? Every once in a while, you got to be like the turtle, baby. You got to stick your neck out, and you got to be willing to get it cut off if you're going to mold. You can't keep hiding behind that shell. In other words, whatever her problem was, she said, today is the day that I got to go see. And the Bible said when she heard of Jesus, somebody say Jesus. All right. The Bible says she came in the crowd behind. And I ain't going to read that. Read a little further. Go up from it one time, baby. And for she said, she decided something in herself. She said, now enough is enough. I'm tired. She said, now I done all I had to do. I'm broke. Everything done gone crazy. My life ain't getting no better. It seems like nothing I do working. People done butchered men and dollar. And you got to understand, doctors during that time ain't like doctors here. They had no stethoscope. They would put you in the middle of the road and let 2 chariots come and run right side of you and scare you half to death. They would do all kind of stuff to you. They would perform, they would make all kind of concoction. You drank it. Doctors in those days, they didn't practice like today. And so she had been not just butchered, but she was also tormented with all kind of hoodoo and witchcraft and voodoo and all kind of mama sayings and daddy sayings and drink this and drink that. Man, that flu you got today, that stuff we had years ago don't work. Come on, talk to me up in there. You can drink all the whiskey, the lemon tea. You can drink all you want. You better go get a shot, baby. Because I'm telling you, these some new viruses today. And if you can't get the medicine, you better call Jesus. Because I'm telling you, you'll sweat yourself right to that grave. For she said, somebody say she said. Every once in a while, you got to talk to yourself. Every once in a while, you got to talk to yourself. What I like about the woman, she realized that if she don't talk to herself, ain't nobody talking for her. See, your problem, you want everybody to talk for you, but you ain't talking for yourself. Quit sending everybody else to do a grown person job. Whatever you need, it's time for you to open your mouth. Look at somebody and say, open your mouth. Now, she said, if. Now, the word if always implies condition, right? But what she was saying, if I ain't worried about you no more. Because, see, you ain't the one that stand between me and my blessing no more. Maybe you was, but not now. What she said, if I may touch but the hem of his garment or touch his clothes, I shall be made whole. You got to make a faith statement sometime. You got to start making statements that's going to get you out of what you're in. You got to quit making statements that are going to keep you in your situation. So she said, if I could touch his clothes, somebody said, I shall be made whole. Keep reading. Time running good. And straight away, the fountain of her blood was dried up. And she felt in her body. Somebody said she felt it. You ought to know when God didn't hear you anyway. It's one thing to speak faith over your life. It's another thing to know it's done. She'd already decided she was going to be made whole. What she decided, she felt it. Somebody say, you ought to be jumping and shouting right now. Say, I ain't going to be broke no more. Do you feel it? I said, do you feel it? Do you feel it? I said, do you feel it? Got to feel it every once in a while. Something down inside of me telling me to go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I got a feeling everything gonna be all right. I got a feeling everything gonna be all right. And straight away the fountain, look what he said, the fountain, her blood was like a fountain. The fountain, that fountain of blood was dried up. Somebody say dried up? Dried all the way up. And she felt in her body she was healed of that plague. See, when you got something going on, that ain't just a sick, that's a plague. Is anything plaguing you? What's been plaguing you lately? Maybe because you ain't made your mind up to break that plague. You keep putting it on everybody else, wanting everybody else to fix what you won't fix. How is it that we keep asking people to do for us what we ain't doing for ourselves? Kick it on her one more time. Turn on up, babies. Wake up back there. And his disciples said unto him, thou seest the multitude. Now hold up. Now ain't nobody even talking to y'all, but since y'all want to talk. So many people always got something to say about when you want to get something done. Now the whole time she was sick, they ain't saying nothing. Now she decides she want to get better, they got something to say. You ever notice when you want to make your life better, somebody always going to say, yeah, but. Well, go sit on your butt and leave me the butt alone. Always but this and but that and but this and but nothing. I'm going to church, but I'm going to pay my tithes, but I'm going to do what I got to do because I believe something. Just because you don't believe it don't mean it ain't going to work. Don't let people talk you out of what you believe. And the disciples said unto him, thou seest the multitude thrown in thee, and said thou, who touched thee? Who touched me? Who touched me? And he looked around about. I like when Jesus knows. Somebody say he looked around about. See, God knew who he was looking for before she touched him. I say God knew who he was looking for before she touched him. He knew all things. He's omniscient. He knew all things. So he knew who she was, but he wanted to make sure that she knew who he was. You'll get it tomorrow. I said, you'll get it tomorrow. He got that hook up. He looked around about to see that, look around to see her that had done this. Now, if he didn't know why he said her. See, he had a lot of people strong, but he said, look around to see her. Something about a woman touch. I said, something about a woman touch. I told the Lord, before I die, you got to kill Linda and Idea. And some of the other women, because I can see them now. Lord, he can't go. And I'm going to call Michael the archangel and say, get him off of me. Get him off of me. Get him off of me. Because I'm going to fly away. With you or without you. Talk to me up in here. He looked around to see her, which I done this thing. Read. But the woman feared and trembling. Now she realized now who she touched. She had a reverence for him. See, it ain't just like what she been doing. This is a whole new level of touching here. Feeling, trembling, knowing what was done to her. Cain fell down before him. Now here's the problem we got right here. Here's the problem we got right here. Here's the problem we got right here. We shout loud in church, but we lie while we shout him and never tell the truth why you're crying. See, you shout loud, but you ain't telling the truth why you're crying.
That'll work right there.
If you tell people the truth, you might get delivered. Y'all don't know what I'm going through. What you did. I ain't got no money. Why you spent all your money? Because you won't tell the truth. You won't tell the truth. You drunk it up, smoked it up, spin it up, flipped it up, gambled it up. I don't know what all you're doing. But whatever you did, you ain't tired yet. Come on, come on. And he said unto her, daughter. Now, started off with no name. Now he reconnects her. I'm finna show you something to make you mad. Daughter. In other words, I'm your daddy now. And I ain't your sugar daddy. I'm your real papa. So since you're my daughter, even though you're scared, but it's something about your life that I'm going to re-identify it. Because I know what you've been through for 12 years. But what I saw in you, I liked it.
Come on.
Daughter, thy faith had made thee whole.
That's what it did.
Go in peace of that plague. I struggle with that, Brother Al.
Yes, sir.
Tell somebody, Pastor struggle with stuff too much for me. He need to go set himself down. Jesus said, woman, let me talk to you. First of all, let's set the record straight.
Yeah.
Your problem was your faith.
My God. Nobody.
See, her problem was her faith. Because for 12 years, she had faith.
Okay.
So it wasn't her faith the problem. Wasn't her finances. She had money.
Yeah.
But it was her focus.
Come on. Work it.
Because everything she put her faith in didn't have the ability to heal her.
Come on.
Jesus said for 12 years, you had the right faith, but you had the wrong focus. Y'all will get that tomorrow. In other words, you put your faith to work, but you put it in things couldn't heal you. In other words, you put your faith because you went looking to doctors. It takes faith to go to a doctor.
Yeah.
See, it takes faith to do what she was doing. And the Bible said the more she kept putting her faith in things that could not heal her, she kept getting worse. We could put our faith in things that cannot help us. It ain't that you don't have faith. You get up, you go borrow money. I ain't finna go there. You go buy a lottery ticket. Come on, talk to me up in here. You go play little games, you steal money, you play stuff to get money. I ain't even talking about the casinos. You can't go to no casino without faith. You got to have faith to go there. So she was going to all these places because every time she heard about where she could get help, she put her faith in it. She said, if you go to the casino, you're going to hit. I'm going. But what this? Nothing better. I'm getting broker. Not that she didn't have faith, but the casino didn't kick out right. Not that you don't have faith for a man, but the one you go and try can't pay your bill. You got faith. Not that you can't have a good woman, but the one you're running after,
Ain't no good.
just a high skirt, baby. see, most of our biggest problem is our faith. If she didn't have faith, we'd have been all right.
That's right.
Because she didn't have no faith, she wouldn't have been in all that mess. But the reason you're in a mess today, you got faith and the wrong focus. You heard about all this stuff that's going to get you out.
Yeah.
I heard if I go to AA, I'll stop drinking. I'm not saying it won't get you somewhere, but it ain't going to get you delivered. Sometimes we need to redirect our focus because the faith you need is already here. Look at how you rip and run them down the street just to get $20. Oh, no. But you don't have no faith to pay your tithe.
Look at that.
He gonna get so quiet. Look at that mouth. Look at him. I hear it. He moved right on through the chair. We got faith to buy a car and said we're gonna pay every month. Or we just pay the note every month. You had faith.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, Brother Al, sometimes you got faith in faith.
That ain't gonna do it.
But focus wrong. See, the worst thing you can do is take your faith and put it in something that is temporal.
Yeah.
You can put your faith in things that some people might have had luck in.
All right.
But I'm not a lucky man no more. I'm a blessed man. Luck and I don't get along. I'm not lucky I woke up this morning.
All right.
I'm blessed and highly favored to be woke today.
That's right.
I went to the doctor, and the doctor told me, and somebody said, well, do you believe in healing, God? Well, if I didn't believe in healing, I wouldn't go to a doctor. I'm sick of folks talking about, do you believe in healing? I believe in healing. That's why I keep taking them pills I take every day. Don't let nobody make you believe you don't believe in healing because you're taking medicine. Because if you didn't believe you wouldn't take the medicine, you're going to die.
No.
But sometimes I don't take it right, so I need to go to Jesus. Because if you ain't going to take that medicine right, you better get to Jesus. Because one day you're going to be laying beside the highway dead with your sugar that far up in the air because you know you got to have that shot. And you don't stop taking your shot because your sugar went down one day. Take your sugar. You check your sugars down. Oh, I don't need it today. Then you eat all kind of lemon pies, candy, cookies, and all of that. If you're craving for sweets, you already know what your problem is. But it wasn't a faith, Alvin. Jesus said, for 12 years, I watched you, woman. You had all the faith you ever needed. What do you do when your faith is what's getting you in trouble? Because of your focus. Because a lot of times we hear stuff and we run to what we hear. But is that the right source to go to? She went to what she heard. She ran to the doctor. She did everything she could do. If she didn't have faith, she wouldn't have done it. And Jesus looked at the woman and she heard what she said. She said. What's faith? She said. She believed something. She heard it was Jesus. She believed. Then she said, if I could touch. And the Bible says she came in, action, and touched the hem of his garment. That's faith in action. She wasn't operating in what she wasn't already doing. It's not the lack of faith that we're struggling with. Where is your focus? What do you believe going to bring you out of the mess you're in? When you think about the mess you're in, who do you believe has the most power to get you out? And this woman said, Jesus, be honest with you, I used my faith because that's all I had to my disposal. But when I heard of the Messiah, when I heard of the one that was coming with healing in his wings, when I heard of the one that had all power to dry up my blood, When I heard of Jesus, not Jesus, not the Jesus round the street, but the Son of the living God. When I heard of the one of the lineage of David and from the tribe of Judah, when I heard of him, the Bible says when she heard it, she started talking to herself. Look at somebody and say, She started talking to herself. She didn't talk out loud. She said within herself, because she knows she got too many haters around her. She knows it, she say it loud. She remember that day that blind Bartimaeus was on the roadside begging, and he started shouting real loud. And they said, shut up. Quit making all that noise. She said, well, ain't no sense me trying that. They gonna shut me down. She said, but I can talk on the inside. And she went way back in the Old Testament when she thought about Hannah. When Hannah was moving her mouth and her husband said, what's wrong with you, baby? Every once in a while, if you can't talk it out, talk it in. If you can't throw it out, talk it on the inside. When you're going through your house, say everything gonna be all right. Everything, God working a plan, and ain't nothing the devil can do about it. Every once in a while, when you're sitting in your house and everybody looking crazy, get you a little old tone going. Say, I heard of a man called Jesus. I heard that he was coming to old blood flowing woman. I heard that he was headed to Harry's house. I heard that his daughter had been sick. I heard his footsteps moving. Something about the feet of Jesus. How beautiful are the feet of them that preach the good news. When she heard them little feet coming, when she heard of the testimony of Lazarus getting out of that grave, she said if he could raise the dead, I know he can stop my blood problem. But if he don't stop the blood, he is the blood. If he don't stop it, he'll give me a blood transfusion. Somebody say, I got the hook up. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I got the hook up. Let it flow. Matter of fact, I don't need it to stop. I want it to flow to you too. Ain't God all right? So it wasn't her faith, people. It was her focus. So I want to tell you today, watch your focus. Watch what you're listening to. Watch what's piquing your interest. Watch what's got you moving. If it ain't Jesus, can I tell you something? It may not be consistent. The Bible said he the same yesterday, today and forevermore. My Bible saying Hebrews, looking unto Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of our faith. I tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Hey, wake up, neighbor. It ain't your faith. It ain't your faith. It's your focus. I tried that, it don't work. I tried drinking, it don't work. I tried drugging, it don't work. I tried cheating, it don't work. I tried it all, it don't work. Let me tell you about a man called Jesus. See, all we need is to hear about the right Jesus. The problem with most of us, The Jesus you talking about, he ain't doing nothing for you.
All right.
So why you keep telling about a Jesus you can't stop going to the liquor store about? Oh, help me. You just getting the crumb. I got the whole loaf up here on me because I needed it. All these years, my faith been getting me in trouble. Because every time I hear something, I go jump in it. But now my faith is pointing toward Jesus. God, that faith. What they say? That faith. She ain't just got no faith just in Kent. She had it for 12 years. She kept trying to find a way to live. But she kept hearing the wrong things. And she kept trying to go to it. Now I'm finna close with this. She kept going to it after. But Jesus came to her.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Come on,
There you go.
Pastor.
There you go.
See, if you keep going to it, and it ain't saving you,
Yeah.
you might need to sit down for a little bit
All right.
and just let it come to you.
There you go.
Because if you're doing all that work and still broke, it's evident your faith in the wrong focus. You're trying to get something to produce something that wasn't designed for you to win anyway. So you might have one lucky day, but you don't need a luck day. You need a blessed day. I pray for all of you all to hear what I said this morning. Not that you lack faith. Where's your focus? What are you putting your faith in today? We've come to a place that we realize we have what we need. We put our focus back in you, God. No longer to follow after the cares of this world, but rather, Lord, we follow after your word. David said, I've hid thy word in my heart that I might not sin against you, O God. Today, I want you to be encouraged. Whatever you may be faced with, God has already given you the measure of faith to do whatever you need to do. Just look at what you focus on and see if that's the way God would want you to go. But there is a way that seemeth right. But the end of those ways is the ways of destruction. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. So look to Jesus. Look to his word. Look to his ways. And look to his people who he's already provided for. Those that stand on principles of God. Trust them. Trust those that God has blessed. For standing on their word and focusing upon his word. And I believe that after today, you'll understand you're a powerful woman and man of God. You just got to make sure your faith is not in the wrong focus. Because it'll wear you out and things will get worse and worse and worse. Faith should make your life better, not worse. But it ain't faith, it's your focus. But it takes faith when you find focus. So make sure that you're going in the direction where God is ordering your steps, not somebody else's. Quit following other people's steps if God ain't ordering yours that way. Find where he's ordering your steps. Stay with that. And I speak blessings over all of you all today. And I pray by the power of the Holy Ghost that this word will just sink deep in your spirit. And as you go through this week, you allow that word to speak to you. Everything you hear this week, every person you hear speak this week, Lord, make sure you're hearing the voice of God. Make sure it's line on line, precept on precept. Make sure there's a balance in what you're hearing. I got a message I'm going to call, teach, and I ain't going to call a name of it, but it's going to be next week. Powerful message, but we need to hear it. But today, it's enough. Enough is enough. Tired. God has been too good to me. Come on, give him 5. Give him a good old 5.